Hello. Thank you, Father, for another wonderful and amazing day. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I am the owner and operator of La Georgia Creation Design. Okay, everyone. So today we are going to do a method called the 5 bead method, and this is a method that I've never done a 5 bead method before, but I did do a 3 bead method before. Now, these are the bracelets that I created using the 5 bead method. And as you can see, each one of these bracelets are different and colorful. Okay, so let's go over really quick of all the items that you are going to need. You're going to need some 8mm beads and some 10mm beads. Now, up at the top, as you can see, this is pretty much how I am going to be putting these onto my Stretch Magic cord, okay? So you will need some Stretch Magic cord. You will need, now this kit, I purchased this kit from Hobby Lobby, okay? This is a kit of 8mm beads, okay? That's all that's in here. The size is 8mm, and these are absolutely gorgeous. You get so many different colors. That's the one thing I love about this. And when you do this method, when you start doing this method that I'm getting ready to show y'all how to do, you are not going to stop. You're going to do it over and over and over. Now this bead right here is a 10mm bead, and you can purchase this bead from Amazon.com. They come in a bundle of many assortment of different colors, okay? This one here is 10mm as well. I purchased this from dollarbead.com. Dollarbead.com is where I purchased these beads, okay? 10mm. Now, everything else you see is 8mm. These are some 8mm rondelles. And the next, this one, and that one come from this stash. So the colors that I used is orange. I use this color here. I use this one, and this brown here. Okay, I think that's brown or mauve, one of them. And then these two, this is a rondelle. This is a, see that? And then you got this rondelle right there, okay? And then, of course, like I said, you're going to need some Stretch Magic cord. And if you decide to sell these, you're going to need some glue. You don't necessarily have to put the glue on the knot. If you choose not to, it's completely up to you. Just make sure that when you tie it the first time, you tie it as tight as you can get it, okay? Because once you tie it that very first time, even if you tie it 2 more times after that, or however you want to choose to do it, it's going to, it's not going to matter. So whenever you are tying it, make sure you tie it as tight as you can the very first time, because the next 2 knots that you tie on top of that knot is not going to matter too much, okay? So the very first bead I'm going to start off is I'm going to start off with this bead here. That's the 10mm one. And basically I'm going to explain to you once I put these on. Then I'm going to go with this one. This is the order that you see right here. That's the order that I am going to put these on. Now, the size of this bracelet, you will be able to fit, because see how my wrist is? I have a small wrist. But this is going to be pretty much a perfect size for me. Then I'm going to go with this one. And then my last one is going to be this. Now let me show you why I call this the 5 bead method. So once you get these on, right, you have 6 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't count this one. Okay? I don't count this one. I only count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. That's this one. Once you put your last one on, you go back to the drawing board, which is this, and you start all over again. Okay, you start all over again. So I'm going to add this one on, then this one, then I'm going to go to this one, and then this color here, and then this, and then the brown one last. And you're going to do this until you're going to do this all the way up until you have to put on this bead here, okay? So I'm going to add this one on here again. I'm just going to follow what I've been doing the last 2 other times. Put this on. And I'm telling you that once you start doing this, you're not going to stop. You're going to fall in love with this 5 bead method. Okay, so let me show you what we all have. This is what you're going to have. All right, that's what you're going to have. And this is the very last one right here. So I'm going to add this one on. Okay. And like I said, once you start doing this, you are not going to get enough. Now, this is what I have so far. Now, when I bring it like this, and I put my arm through, I can still add a few more, just a few more beads on, okay? So let me show you. This is what you should have. It should look like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on this one next. So I'm going to add that on. And then I'm going to go down the list like I did the first time when I first started over here. So I'm going to add this one on. And then this. And then this one. This one, and then this one on last. Now this is pretty much how big this is going to be. Okay, put it through. All right, and then with doing it this way, I still have more than enough room. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this. Okay, this is the bracelet. Okay, that's what we're going to have. And I'm going to tie it 2 more times. Okay, that's 1 time and then another time. Okay, now I need to see if I can get that. Yep, I can get that to go right in this little bead right here. So I'm going to take and snip this. Just like that, and pull it through, and there you have it. Let's see, go through the, all right, so there you have it. Put it on. 5 bead method. So I just want to show y'all that pretty much the rest of these have been done using the 5 bead method. So I have, this is pretty much the starter bead, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The starter bead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can do this with any type of beads that you have. So I just wanted to come and share this with you all so that you can get another idea on how to make and create beautiful bracelets. So with that being said, I want to take this time to say thank y'all so much for watching. And until my next upload, peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And y'all have a wonderful and amazing day. Happy crafting, everyone. See ya.